All right, UnDaoDu here, and I want to talk about the tokenization framework called the Foundups Tokenization Framework for basically tokenizing anything and turning anything into Bitcoin. So the whole idea of being the next Bitcoin, can you launch the next Bitcoin? Because ultimately, Satoshi Nakamoto wasn't anyone special, except for he built the framework, but it was the collaborators, right? He was the creator. It was the collaborators that came on behind him and started being miners and everything else, and ultimately the consumers who got on after that to build it. Now, what we're doing is doing it the other way around as well. We're building the collaborators to help me build it, but then it's directed to the consumers, and we can build these next frameworks very quickly. So this is a view from what my app will look like, right? This is my landing. So when I'm talking to someone, I'm a level, I'm a rank a do creator, which is the highest level, level do, which is the highest level. This makes I'm unlimited, right? So I'm the dog of Foundups, right? That's if you go to Discord, um, you know, actually I'm on UnDaoDu now and Foundups, but I used to be the dog. Dog's office, right? God, dyslexic, you get it. And um, ultimately, this is the landing page. So this is what we're creating. And then the next part of the app is when I sell my Ganj, I say, hey, would you like my Ganj token? And they go, Ganj token? What's that? I say, well, you know what Bitcoin is? And they go, yeah. I go, do you know how it works? And they'll go, no. Well, let me show you. There's 21 million Bitcoin total. This will be dynamic. This will link to Bitcoin data. And it right now there's only 3 million left. Everyone who got Bitcoin 9 years ago are all millionaires, multi millionaires, right? So what I'm doing and there's dripping down into this pool, and then what happens is these miners mine it. Really, they're solving a problem, and then it goes in the network, right? Like this. This is the framework for Bitcoin, kind of the miners, and it's like this, right? So to give you an idea of what Bitcoin did. Here's the idea. So these are the divisions. So the divisions are created by all the data from all the cryptocurrencies that have been around for more than 5 years. Okay, Bitcoin's been around 10 years. Ethereum's been around more than 5 years. There's a couple others. So their data creates the data for this. Now, understand this is me just pulling it. I have the devs actually pulling the actual data. So this is not necessarily realistic, except for the last two. Division 1, Division 2 is 1,000 to 10,000. So you can see Ethereum right now is a Division 3, right? Bitcoin is just under Division 1. It was Division 2, right? On that. And this is called the law of diffusion and innovation, the law of customer adaptation. This is a law, right? And really, the found up is only in this little area, in the innovators, right? This is innovation. The token burns at the early adoption, right? So this is only for the innovators. So once it gets, we don't care, right? The tokens are still there. They have value. People trade them like Bitcoin. They'll only be 17 million, but it's this game. And why was 10 years important and why is 17 million important? Because I was waiting for the early adoption stage, and early adoption happened in 2019. Exactly 10 years it took early adoption. So now we have the data to basically launch the next Bitcoins. So, hey, take my Ganj coin. So here's my Ganj coin. Now understand, look, there's 17 million. Look, there's 16,900,790, blah, 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 right? So that's dropping down into this fund. Okay, and here's where things are slightly different. Okay, you see the shareholders and network. Well, the stakeholders, not shareholders, the stakeholders and network, right? And I'm going to talk about that. So, who are the stakeholders? Well, the stakeholders are the consumers, right? They're the uns. The uns are the consumers. The DAOs are the collaborators. The do's are the creators, right? So in the Ganj tokens, 60% are going to be allocated to the type of consumer. Now, the cool thing is I can designate what kind of consumer you are, and you can actually level up too, built in the app, which I'm not going to talk about how that's done, but you definitely, that's going to happen. So I can designate you as a do consumer, a DAO consumer, or an unconsumer, right? Right? Um, and the other thing too is the DAOs of the collaborator. I can designate you as a do, right? A DAO or an un. And the same thing with the do's. What type of do? What type of creator are you? Because if you're joining me in my ganj, right, and I consider you a partner, you're getting 3%. Okay, you're sharing in the pool, right? You're sharing in the majority of the pool with me, right? If you're just becoming an associate of mine, right? Let's say you're probably a shop owner, okay? A shop owner, they're helping to, and this could also be applied here. I have choice here. I can make someone basically a co-creator of my token, or I can just designate them. So I have flexibility here. This is a lot of flexibility, and I can always remove them too. And they always will, you know, um, if they're not, if I, for example, I'm working with a farmer and I'm not using their hemp anymore, then I remove them. They don't get this. They don't get this, but they always get this, right? And the other thing is they always get the network. The network is 16%, right? And then finally the fund, which is basically this little gold thing around the top of UnDaoDu. So, basically then say, okay, would you like the token? Yeah, sure. So basically you get this, you sign in, boom, you scan this, and this is dynamic. This changes every time on that. The cool thing too is I'm trying to think where I want to go from here. There's my token data, right? I can see all my data. I can see, basically this is the law of diffusion innovation, the name, the size, the growth location, like all the data going on with every token. I can see as a creator, as a do creator, right? This data probably won't be available to everyone, but as for us, and this will tell us which tokens are actually going viral, which tokens are going nano. We can project when we start running enough data, we'll know which tokens are going to go, data on it. What am I missing here? Oh, I can go to here's my creator page, really simple. It has my name, has my rank, has my wallet value. Right now, there's nothing in value. I can look at oh, this is very cool. I can token swap. And token swaps are going to be very powerful. Token swap is basically going to make fiat even less important because I want you to imagine, have you ever been to a township, a ghetto, a township, or any of the, these places in India, these small little villages and communities? As these tokens gain value, they're going to replace fiat. People are going to basically barter with their own tokens and swap them, right? Because as these tokens go viral globally, and these tokens are really going to take off in Africa and India and China and different places. They're not going to take off necessarily the States. I'm pioneering it here, but it's going to be in the townships, right? The townships is where I think the tokens are going to be viral because you have everyone. A township has everything in there. Has a shoemaker, has a woodworker, has a grocery store, has everything, right? And then all of a sudden you can start trading these tokens by just using the swap feature. There's no middle person. There's no network fee. There's nothing in it. You're just swapping your tokens back and forth, creating value. And as these tokens go viral and spread through Africa into India and other places in India and so on, right? It's going to be massive. The other thing too, going back to, I'll just go back here, is this is very important because all of a sudden, if I teach an apprentice, right, these are apprentice levels, right? If I'm teaching an apprentice and he's just starting on, he is sharing as an apprentice this much of my pool, okay? If the guy is a journeyman, right? And if a guy is a complete, is like he's going to take over my craft or I'm retiring, I still get 1% of my pool, and I'm surrendering. I'm giving him 3%. He's going to be he's my in Japanese we say my deshi, right? Deshi. So think of that as this here. This would be actually more collaborators. Like this would be an associate in a store. This would be the store, right? This would be the owner. Okay, so this could be Foundup House, right? This could be Foundup House. These could be the people in the Foundup House doing the Foundups, and these could be kind of the helpers, right, around the community. And obviously, this right here is the purchasing. And the other thing too is and this is the network. This is the airdrop. Okay, I didn't finish talking about this. So the airdrop. This is geolocation, and the folks that are closest to the Foundup gets the most, right? And further away. So if I basically do a token swap with folks in India or Africa, I'm only getting 0.64% of the drop, right, on that. And this is coming, right? I'm not going to talk about this. So anyway, that's it. That's pretty much the app. for you to to look at. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, you create your tokens. I make you a creator. You can create your tokens. Pretty simple. Forward. Boom. You create your token. Here's your Ganj token. Right here it is. And you scan this. This is dynamic. This is your the the public private key. I'm not sure on that. And then swapping is huge on that. Thanks for watching. My name is UnDaoDu. I'm here sharing with you what's coming. It's all going to change everything. Take care.